every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 6 p.m. Musa was a young fatherless boy from a very modest family. After the death of his father from blood cancer on December 25, 2005, young Musa found himself and his poor mother on the streets due to family conflicts. Musa's uncles had seized their deceased brother's property and driven their nephew and his mother out of the marital home. Rachel, Musa's mother, was thus forced to struggle alone, doing all kinds of work to bring up her only son, who was only 12 years old.
Happy arrival, ma'am.
Thank you, Rachel. How is the market? I hope you still sell a little.
There weren't enough sales this morning, but there will be.
I hope so. I just came to tell you to remind the accountant of the week's results this evening. I'm taking a little trip to Nigeria for a couple of days.
Okay, ma'am. But ma'am, today's the 5th of the month, but I haven't received my salary yet.
And then what? Where and when did we say you should be paid by the 5th? Is the month already half over? You've stood all morning with no sales, yet you're the one requesting a salary.
Okay, ma'am. Have a nice trip.
Thanks. Make sure you sell all the products before I arrive, or else you will lose your job.
And my God, how long will this suffering last? Where I am, I don't even have $2. What am I going to feed my boy after school for the next 2 days?
The evening after the store closes.
Good evening, madam. Are you looking for someone?
Good evening, sir. Yes, I've come for my son.
What's your son's name, ma'am?
Musa.
Ah, yes, little Musa. Excuse me, ma'am, I'm not a physiognomist.
Of course, since I regularly come here to pick up my son for the weekend.
Let me tell you, madam, you've got a very good, disciplined, and intelligent boy. Let me call him for you.
Okay, that's nice.
Musa, what are you doing alone in class again?
Nothing, I'm just sitting.
Okay, come on, your mom's here.
Okay. I'm hungry, Mommy.
Okay, I'll get you something to eat.
Thanks, Mom.
Rachel didn't have $1 in her pocket or at home. Most of her salary went towards her son's school and boarding fees. In fact, Rachel didn't even have a house of her own. She spent her nights in the goods store. That's why she opted for boarding school, to enable her son to study under the same conditions as the other students, and to come home only on certain weekends. That evening, Rachel was obliged to fill her child's belly. She had to do the impossible.
Welcome, ma'am. What can I do for you?
Yes, good evening. I've come to report a serious problem. I had bought a few $100s worth of food, but unfortunately I arrived home to find that almost all of them were rotten.
Oh, how can that be? When did you make the purchases? Can I have some proof?
Rachel didn't even have a smartphone in her day. How could she capture? What's more, the purchases had been made 3 months earlier.
I wasn't able to make any captures.
Do you at least have the receipt?
None of the above. Then there's nothing I can do for you, madame. I won't be able to justify myself. Okay, thanks. What am I going to do now, God? It was the only alternative I had. Lord, help me. You know my heart and my desire to take care of my child. But it's difficult for me, very difficult.
Rachel found herself sitting hopelessly in front of the store. She was deep in thought when suddenly a woman approached her.
Why are you sitting outside a store at this time of night, madame? You could be accused of theft.
Good evening, madam. Thank you for your concern. I didn't even know I was still sitting here. I was deep in thought.
What were you worried about?
I have a long tale, but currently all I require is to provide my son with nourishment.
The lady went back into the store and returned with nearly $300 worth of ready-made groceries, which she offered to Rachel. You can't imagine Rachel's joy as she returned home full of hope to feed her boy. The next morning at 7 o'clock.
I hope to sell a little today. Lord, my day is in your hands. May everything be done according to your will. Isn't that the lady from yesterday? Good evening, madame.
Isn't that the lady from yesterday? But what are you doing here, darling?
I work here.
Ah, I see. So you're the manager of Madame Lisa's people are talking about.
Yes, I am.
I decided never to set foot in this store again because of the bad behavior of your boss and the service. But I think I should come back. And it's all thanks to you.
Thank you, madame.
Call me Noélie?
Nice to meet you, Noélie. I'm Rachel.
Nice to meet you, Rachel. Here's my card. Contact me in the evening if possible.
Okay, Noélie.
Next morning, 9 o'clock.
Hello, Noélie. Hello.
Yes, hello. Who am I speaking with, please?
It's Rachel.
Anyway, I was hoping you'd call yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh no, what about your son? How are both of you doing?
We're fine, thank you. And as for you, I hope your children are well.
I have no children and no husband.
Okay, if you say so.
Are you available tonight? I want to invite you to a party with my friends. I can meet you at my place at 3.
I'd love to. Should I bring my child?
No, darling. It would be better if you came alone. This is an adult party.
Ah, okay, but I need to get back soon, so...
No worries. You can come home whenever you want.
Okay, that's good.
It's 2:20.
Mom, are you going out?
Yes, baby. I'm going to a party thrown by a friend.
But you've never had a friend before, Mom. Who is she?
Musa with his curiosity. You don't know her. Maybe you'll see her one day. Now I'd like you to stay here at the store. Don't go anywhere. There's food. You have to eat and drink your juice.
Okay, Mom. The juice is so good.
Noélie, since your guest hasn't come yet, or does it get lost? Tell me so I know how to find someone else for my client.
No, don't worry, she'll come. She just doesn't have a way of getting around. I'm sure it's because of the time it takes her to find one that she's late.
But she has to be here before the customer so I can see what she's like. You yourself know that I don't sign just any contract and I don't take just any girl.
She's a beautiful woman, don't worry. Where are Alice and Jackie?
Probably in your room. You know them and their intermittent calls.
Apparently she's here. Please, come in. Welcome home, Rachel. Won't you sit down? I had hoped for you in vain. I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad too. Thank you for inviting me.
I'd like you to meet my friend and partner, Nana.
Nice to meet you, Nana. I'm Rachel.
Oh yeah, I already know your name.
Okay. But I haven't seen the others yet.
Oh yeah, right. The other girls are in my room. They'll be ready shortly.
Where's the bathroom, please?
Just in the corridor behind you.
Thank you.
What did your girlfriend wear? The one coming is quite demanding.
Okay, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Either you find her another outfit or I'll replace it. I'd hate to lose this contract.
But why are you behaving this way? When you come with girls I accept them without judging them, but you're doing the opposite to me now.
Am I used to behaving like this with you? It's because this girl is a bit dirty and stupid. I don't even know what you found out about her.
Stop talking like that. You obviously don't appreciate beauty. Let me prove it to you.
I'm relieved now.
All right then, follow me, Rashi. I'd like to have a chat with you.
Rachel and Noélie retire to talk. Noélie revealed to Rachel that she wanted to introduce her to a rich businessman at their lunch, and that she would have to change her outfit. Rachel agreed, since for her it was just an introduction, and since she's also an opportunity seeker, she figured this was one.
Wow, you are so beautiful. It's makeup free but perfect.
I told you.
Alaji is here.
After dinner between the girls and Alaji, the others withdrew, leaving Rachel with Alaji.
You look beautiful, Rachel.
Thank you, monsieur. I'm flattered.
I've come to chase some of my stores. I'll be here for a week. I hope to spend some quality time with you.
A good time in what sense? I don't even know you.
But you're not a little girl. You must know what I'm talking about.
I'm told you have opportunities for me. If that's what you mean, I'm all for it.
Nice. Now you're talking well, my pretty. You're so beautiful. When I see you, I touch the gates of heaven.
What kind of way is that to approach people? I don't appreciate it.
We're just going to have sex, that's all. I'll pay you your money. It's $2,000 a night and you've asked for it, haven't you? For 7 days, that'll be $14,000, but I'll give you $15,000. I'll transfer you half and then the rest, baby.
Don't try to touch me again. Nonsense. You think you can buy me with money? I'm not a whore.
Are you talking to me like that? But I know you're just pretending. I'll double your money. Did you slap me? No, it's not possible. You, a poor girl like that, are promised this amount of money and then you do your foolishness. How rude is that? I can fry you in this town. You'll get nothing. You suck.
Insult me all you want. But if you dare touch me again, I'll rip your so-called mouth off.
Things had turned out badly between Rachel and her alleged client. Both were very angry with each other. Rachel took her clicks and left without even warning Noelle and Nana. Elijah too, in her anger, took her car and left. 2 hours later, Noelle and Nana still hadn't received any money. Since the advance Elijah was talking about would have to be paid into Nana's account, she would give part of it to Noelle, and Rachel would only get 20%. They hurried back to their house.
Where are they? Where's your friend? That's what I'm talking about. There now, she's off with the client or whatever.
Hang on, I'll call them over. They don't take.
Your friend ripped us off.
I'll try the customer number again. Thank God it's ringing now. Hello, what's wrong? You got what you wanted, but we still haven't received our bank transfer.
Which transfer were you talking about? Go ask your slave girls. You'll get your answer, but please don't offer your services to me. You'll be returning the $2,000 I originally paid. I won't be able to pay you for nothing. I'm going to summon you.
Pay up how?
Because your friend refused the offer and even slapped me.
We are very sorry, dear customer. We will find you 2 other girls for your choice.
The old pervert had quickly calmed down in view of the new offer Noelle and Nana had made him. Rachel, on the other hand, couldn't believe Noelle had set such a trap. She quickly realized that they were in business together and that they were prostitutes. A week later, Rachel was unfortunately fired from her job a week after the event. She was even more devastated than before. Her son was also expelled from boarding school as she was no longer paying the fees.
Mom, I'm tired of walking. My feet hurt. I don't even know where we're going.
My champion. Look, I'm out of a job. We don't have a store to sleep in, and even you've been kicked out of boarding school. I don't know where we're going. We'll just walk and knock from house to house until someone takes us in. If we don't find anything, we'll have to sleep at the market, and the next day we'll carry on.
Mom, you're always telling me that there's a God for orphans. But where is this God? We're in too much pain, Mom.
Don't worry, my child. God is there and He sees everything. He knows when to act. Let's dry our tears.
But Mom, how is God going to act? We can't even see Him.
Let's have faith in all circumstances.
And what is faith?
Faith is the firm assurance of things hoped for, the demonstration of things not seen. Don't worry.
Rachel and her son had walked all day without even finding a helper. By nightfall, they had settled into the market as planned. Rachel and her son had spent their first night at the market. The next day, they continued their routine. All Rachel did was ask all the passengers for help, regardless of age or sex. She was no longer cold-blooded, as her situation was worsening. The second night fell, but Rachel and her son still didn't have a roof over their heads. They slept again at the market. The next morning, after prayers, Rachel decided to help the good ladies of the market. So she went to a ready-to-wear boutique.
Good morning, madame. Good morning. Who gave you permission to come in here? Please, ma'am, You what, you old fool? Get out of my store. Please, ma'am, I'm looking for a job. Sorry, go away with your curses. I'm closing my eyes. Before I open them, you and your son or whatever company. Take your filth and get out of here. Look how you've polluted the air with your shrewish odors.
Rachel was thus chased away by Mazalu, the lady of the store. What a humiliation! But Rachel never gave up easily. This time she decided to try her luck in a restaurant.
Who's that at the entrance? Another crazy woman. Get out of here. We don't raise pigs here. There's no food for you. I'm not insane, ma'am. I'm on a job hunt. Kindly give me a chance. I'm willing to take up any task. Excuse me, but we're not looking for a maid at the moment. What's more, you have a child. Or is it not your child? Yes, it's my angel. Sit down and I'll call my boss to see what she thinks.
10 minutes later.
Sorry, madam, you're out of luck. My boss rejected your application. I am lucky. This job just isn't mine. Don't worry. Thanks for trying. Please wait. I'll serve some rice to go for my husband. Or wouldn't you like to be my husband?
I'm still small.
Rachel hadn't been able to get the job she'd been looking for, but her smile had returned. So she continued her search. Eventually she found a lady selling food on the side of the street, where she stayed with her child. The lady didn't want to recruit her at first, but as she was ill, she was looking for someone to run her little restaurant. So Rachel became the manager and took care of the restaurant. She made a bit of money and got on very well with her boss. Unfortunately, however, the owner's illness worsened, and Rachel was forced to use up all the business capital and even some of her own savings on care. Eventually, the lady gave up the ghost.
Oh Lord, I thought I'd find peace when I was just getting used to my current way of life, but you've taken it away from me again. All things work together for the good of those who love you, Lord. Your grace alone is enough for me. Watch over my boy and grant me a long life by his side. For I know that tomorrow will be better.
Just as Rachel was meditating, her cell phone rang. She picked it up and it was Noélie the prostitute coming back with the same proposal as last time. This time it was even more tempting. Rachel was overwhelmed. She resisted, but there was this little voice somewhere in her heart urging her towards the trap.
Lord, why are you still sending this lady my way at a time when I need money the most? She offers me $20,000, which I refuse when my boy isn't even well. And you're thinking of letting your child die when you have the chance to save him? I hope you are not going crazy. Get up and do what you have to do. That's what all women do. I don't see the harm in it. No, I won't. Far be it from me. But I need money. I need to look after my son.
Mom, you were talking to yourself.
Sorry.
It's late, Mom. Come and lie down next to me. My stomach still hurts.
Does it still hurt? Tomorrow we'll go to the hospital.
Given Moose's condition, Rachel decided to call Noélie back to help him. She asked for a loan, but Noélie said she'd have to come to her house.
Where are we going, Mom?
We're going to see a friend on the other side of town.
Okay, Mom.
1 hour later.
Please come in. Thank God she came. I'll get a chance to sign that big contract. Hey Rachel, that's you. It's been a while.
Really a long time ago. I hope you're well.
I'm fine and you know it. My business is doing great and I'm still making a ton of money. My champion, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine, Auntie.
But today is the first time I've seen your champion. He's a handsome boy.
Yes, it's my only legacy.
So tell me, what do you think of my proposal?
Of course I need money, but what you're asking me to do goes against my principles and those of God. So that's a no, I won't be able.
What's the matter with you, Rachel? Do you want to die poor or what? But I don't understand you. Look at how you are. Don't you want to change your life?
All I want is a little money to take my child to the hospital.
I'm sorry about your son's health, but you're going to have to learn to fish for yourself. I can't borrow money from you or give it to you just like that. I'm sorry.
That's all right. If you can't help me, God will.
I may have a proposition for you. Champion? Go to the fridge next door and you'll find some snacks. Tighten up.
Thanks, Auntie.
I want you to just pretend to be interested in my client's proposal. Then you can leave.
But how is that possible? What if he asked to have sex with me?
No, it's not obvious. Besides, it'll be in a restaurant, so he won't be able to ask you such a thing. Tell him you'll be back tomorrow to satisfy him. I'll give you $1,000 after that.
Just like that? And the next day, what happens when I don't go?
He won't have it tomorrow. As soon as he pays the $2,000 commitment fee, it's non-refundable and he can't sue me.
He can't? Are you sure? Well, in any case, I've warned you that if I go and he tries to touch me, I'm going to make a scandal out of you.
You can trust me. Your child can be left with one of my friends and will still be safe.
Yes, I know you don't believe Noelle's proposal. But you're right. It was obviously a lie because Noelle already had her plan B. First of all, she lied about the meeting place. It wouldn't be in a restaurant, but rather in the client's house. Once there, she'd order the client's security guards to come and get Rachel. And yes, it will be pure sexual abuse.
How do you like the city?
Not bad.
But what are you thinking? Or are you afraid?
No, I'm thinking about my boy.
Oh, don't worry. You can take him to the hospital tonight.
I hope so.
Tonight I'll have some money to celebrate.
Rachel and Noelle had just had a serious accident.
We've come to the end of the first part of this animation. See you Friday evening at 6 p.m. for the rest. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell if you're new to this channel. See you next time. Bye.